All right, so let's talk about one-time sponsorships. And this is where you'll probably start as a smaller YouTuber, because even if a brand is interested in sponsoring a series of videos or just your channel in general, or your whatever your social media platform of choice could be, your podcast, your blog, and so forth, they'll probably try a one-time sponsorship. So for example, if you're a YouTuber, it will be a one video that will sponsor, most likely featuring their product, or fully featuring their product. If you're a blogger, it would be maybe for 1 week or for 1 month, where they will be putting ads all over your blog, or sometimes they will ask that you will have a feature for a week, and your main featured blog will be about their product. So there are different ways, but it will be a limited time deal. It won't be for the next 6 months or for the next 12 months to get those. And I have a different course for that. To get those, usually they want to try you out, especially if you're a smaller social media influencer. They just want to make sure that you're professional, that you can accomplish what they want, get their message across, and so forth and so forth. And of course, they want to see engagement. Now, by the way, you're not going to be getting a deal from Nike anytime soon, but I just put this picture as an inspiration to all of us. And I think that a lot of people make a mistake, that because they're all going after Nike, everyone wants to go after bigger brands, but it's essentially the smaller brands, the brands that specifically appeal to your viewers and your niche, and your followers, that will be much more likely to make a deal with you. As a matter of fact, a lot of times they'll approach you because they'll see that the audience that you have is perfect for them. Where Nike, everyone's who's got feet and heads, they that's their audience, and they only want to operate on a really, really large global scale. So one-time sponsorships, again, as I mentioned before, anything one time, it's a lot of work for limited amount of money and a lot of time that you have to spend on it. Of course, something recurring is preferred, but that's what we're going to talk about in the next segment. Now, I should mention FameBit, and this is a company that's actually owned by YouTube and therefore owned by Google. This is kind of a marketplace where smaller YouTubers, and I think there's I believe 5,000 subscribers that you need to get on there. Again, please check, because that changes sometimes, and by the time you get there, I don't want you to come back and say, Alex, I have 5,000, but now they have 10,000. Go to FameBit and check if they will accept you. This is a marketplace, and there are not that many deals to go around, but there are plenty for you to be able to find something where you can write a proposal to a brand that will say, okay, listen, we have earbuds to promote, and are we willing to pay you, $100, and we'll send you the free earbuds, and you will submit a proposal. And sometimes they say, well, we just want one YouTuber. But a lot of times, because they are working with a micro, smaller influencers, they would pick 10 or 20 and so forth. So the total message, the total amount of videos and followers that will see their message will be good enough for their, a larger target audience. And this will teach you a lot. This will teach you how to make your channel presentable. This will teach you how to write proposals. This will teach you why your proposals get rejected, right? Rejection is just part of the process here. So this is a great process for you to learn on how getting deals. Now, I know this is within kind of controlled environment, and a lot of things are already kind of figured out for you. You don't have to look for these sponsors that already presented right in front of you. But this is a great place to start. Now, just like I said, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers, but once you get there, definitely join this website. And of course, doing product reviews. And this is actually becoming much easier to get. This is me doing a product review for an electric lawnmower, because I have a channel for electric cars, and electric car owners like using everything else electric. This was actually a pretty popular video. I got this lawnmower for free and a bunch of other things for free, and that was actually part of my payment. But this is an $800 item, which I really needed, because as you can see, by the time I did this product review, my grass was already pretty high. And this is something that you can definitely start doing from the very beginning, because there will be a bunch of companies that are willing to send you their $20, $30 item, which you can keep for yourself. If this is something you want to use, or you can sell it on Craigslist or eBay or whatever and recover maybe half of the cost, but nevertheless, That's the money in your pocket, and then you essentially review their product. Of course, make sure that your channel is about technology. If you're reviewing earbuds or cameras and so forth, those items are not going to be expensive, but in some cases you can get something, of $100 to $200 value, especially if you're reviewing digital services that are really don't cost anything to the companies that are going to be providing it to you. You can get that and either use it yourself, or it's much harder to sell those, of course, but you can definitely get value of it, and you will also get an experience of working with brands. You will see there are so many things you have to figure out. Just even negotiating a contract, working with a brand on a video, making sure that you incorporate their message, how you communicate with their marketing people and PR people, and there will be people in charge of connecting you to other sub brands or other people in their departments. I mean, it is a big deal. So even if you do 1 or 2 or 3 reviews that are not that big of a deal, you're only making something to like $20 or $30 each, it's gaining you such important experience that you should definitely do it. There are companies out there that will let you review this, not even so much for your video to be out there, but because they want to use your video, for example, for their Amazon review page or for their own review page on their website. As a matter of fact, I believe this particular brand also wanted my video to be featured on their website, and that's great. That's actually more exposure to you, so you never want to refuse that. And of course, just make sure that, once again, don't forget your audience is there for your content, not for you to just make money off of them. In my case, in this was a perfect item because a lot of my audience members were actually homeowners, and even if they weren't doing the lawn themselves, they had gardeners and they wanted their gardeners to use an all-electric technology, and this was a great product for them, and some were specifically looking for one, and this video came in the right time for them. But make sure that the products you're reviewing is part of your content. Make sure that your audience understands that you're giving them some value, and make sure you understand that you're giving them some value when you're doing this reviews. Now, you don't have to do an entire video reviewing the product. You can say to the brand, listen, this is only $20 item or $50 item. I can include it in a bigger video. For example, top 5 earbuds for when you travel, right? And then you already got $20 product from one company. You might actually reach out to others and say, hey, I'm doing review. I have a couple of brands already participating. Would you like me to review yours? I'll just take a free sample and I'll be on my way. That way you can incorporate 5 different or 10 different items. Together now you're getting a value of $100 to $200. And those brands understand that they will be featured, but they will be featured along the side of other products. But your audience will get the right value for that. Just make sure don't sell out. If you believe that the company that's sending you the earbuds are not the top 5 that you would recommend for travel, don't recommend it. If you're going to sell out, people find out that very soon and very quickly, and you will lose your reputation. Therefore, you will forfeit any way for yourself to make money on social media. So make sure to keep your integrity and your reputation as number one, the most prized possession that you have. Never sell it. So this is the one-time deals, and of course, in the next section, I'll tell you about the deals that you get for a few months or a series of videos or posts, and those are the best. So let's talk about them.